We all know that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the great one, as well as people's sexiest man alive for 2016. But there's a lot more to Johnson than meets the eye. Here's what you don't know about the man who brought the people's elbow. Rocky Start. He may rule Hollywood today, but Johnson didn't always have it so easy. He revealed to Muscle and Fitness that at 14 years old, he, quote, started getting arrested for fighting, theft, all kinds of stupid that I shouldn't have been doing. I got arrested 8 or 9 times, I think, by the time I was 17. He was basically in his own version of Bling Ring, saying, we stole high-end clothes and jewelry. In Waikiki, there are a lot of tourists that come into Waikiki, and there's a lot of money. We would target the money, we would target the high-end clothes, and we would target the jewelry. Turn around and sell it best we could. Johnson's teenage years were also plagued by financial troubles. He told Cinema Blend, we were evicted. We came home and it had a padlock on the door. I saw my mom crying. There was nothing we could do. He said, I wanted to become a success somehow so we'd never get locked out again. So in my mind at that time, the men who were successful were Stallone and Schwarzenegger and guys like that. I was like, okay, they're successful. They're not getting evicted. They built their bodies. I'm gonna go build my body.
The very first time I worked out in the gym, I was with my dad. I would get on the wrestling mats with him, bend my body into pretzels until I tapped out.
The Family Biz. The Rock is a third-generation pro wrestler. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a pro, as was his maternal grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. His maternal grandmother, Leah Maivia, was a professional wrestling promoter and one of the first women in the business. The sport is so prolific in his family that they've been dubbed the Samoan Dynasty, but Johnson also had other athletic ambitions. Warren Sapp took his job. Johnson played college ball for the University of Miami, but as ESPN reported, he was soon replaced by future NFL star Warren Sapp. Sapp recalled, when Johnson was first there, I was a tight end in high school and I got to University of Miami as a tight end and linebacker, and they moved me over to D-line. So I came into the D-line room and sat down, and Dwayne Johnson walks in and says, what are you doing here? I said, I'm here for your job. I said it jokingly, but I was there for his job. Yikes. And that wouldn't be the last time Johnson would experience some professional rivalries in the world of sports.
I will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
WW enemies. Johnson and fellow WWE star John Cena are friends now, but leading up to their WrestleMania matchups in 2012 and 2013, their feud was very real. Johnson told Muscle and Fitness, John had said some things in an interview that I took exception to. He felt they were okay. I felt that they weren't okay. It got really uncomfortable for a lot of people. But he banked on their beef, saying, in this case it worked out very well, and through all that edge and attitude and bite that we had, and nearly coming to blows backstage, and one night in the ring, literally we were nose to nose, it was any second. And through that, in a crazy, weird, completely unexplained way, we became great buds. That's unfortunate because, as we all know, conflicts in the ring don't always work out so well.
You're gonna be wearing a body bag when I'm through with you!
Yeah? Well, you can't have sex with anyone without having a talk first. Comes with your herpes.
Vince McMahon reject. Although he's become arguably the most famous wrestler of our generation, Johnson wasn't an overnight success.
I don't get in shape.
You are in shape.
I stay in shape. Come on, give me some.
He told Esquire, I get a call once from the WWE saying, Vince McMahon would like to see you in Stamford. I went to his office and he says, I really think you have a lot of potential, but you're not ready for the WWE. You should go to Memphis, Tennessee. That's where I want you to learn the business. Johnson paid those dues, saying, I think wrestling for $40 a night and eating at the Waffle House 3 times a day, wrestling every weekend at a flea market, then at a state fair, or a car dealership or in Barnes means I earned my success. Built for Hollywood. It may be hard to believe, but even the impeccably shredded Johnson was told by Hollywood to slim down. The Rock's ex-wife and manager, Dany Garcia, told Forbes, when he was wrestling, he was at 270 pounds and the ruler of the world. When he went into movies, he dropped to 230 pounds and they told him to stop talking about wrestling. Johnson noted, it reached a point where I felt that instead of me trying to conform to Hollywood, I needed to have Hollywood conform to me and embrace my past. Guinness Guy. In 2015, Johnson set a world record, and not for most insane cheat day meal. According to Guinness World Records, he took the most selfies in 3 minutes, 105 selfies to be exact, all while working the red carpet at the San Andreas World Premiere in London. Of course, this wouldn't be the last time Johnson went a little overboard with social media. Insta-shade. In August 2016, Johnson slammed an unnamed Fate of the Furious star on Instagram, saying, my female co-stars are always amazing and I love them. My male co-stars, however, are a different story. Some conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals, while others don't. My blood is legit boiling. Rumors soon swirled that the co-star in question was Vin Diesel, especially after Diesel posted his own Facebook video in which he alluded to a crazy week. A source told Page Six, Diesel was constantly late. He acted like a diva and has held up productions before, so it's not surprising that he's the one The Rock is calling out.
Are you Vin Diesel?
No, I'm bigger and better looking.
Vin, come on, stop playing with him. Yeah, this is Vin Diesel. I'm Bruce Willis.
making bank. The Rock was named Forbes' highest-paid actor in 2016, taking home a cool $64.5 million, more than twice what he earned the year before, courtesy of large upfront fees for Moana and Central Intelligence, as well as 2017's Fate of the Furious, Baywatch, and Jumanji. When the news broke, he tweeted, "Want to say 2 things about this. I started with $7. If I can overcome, so can you. Waffle House on me." Now that's a milestone worth celebrating.
I had no choice but to get down, 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 dance. Woo!
Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.